No Rhythm But Blues by Francis O'Donnell. Supposed to be playing here Saturday night, me and the band, Monkey Wrench. You've probably never heard of us, crowd like you, but we're good. Bernie Hammett of Revolution Records says we could be the new Led Zepp. Says if all goes well on Saturday with this people in the audience, we'll get our deal. I just hope it doesn't turn like it did a couple of Saturdays ago, you know, like a big fight scene in a corny western it was. Smashed glasses, broken noses, stools flying, all the jazz. Well, it was me that caused it, really. I mean, all that commotion. Just down the way there in the Target. I mean, you probably don't know where that is. I'm Knox. Knox Lee, drummer. Keith Moon type, actually. You know, the Who, you know, yeah. Next chance you get, have a listen to Won't Get Fooled Again. I mean, come on. Now, that is what you call drumming. When I take my shirt off after the opening couple of numbers and we get right into it. That's exactly what I want to play like. There's no stopping me once I was started up. Well, the thing is, right, on Saturday I just lost it. We open up with Out of Style, see, which starts me for the first 8 beats. Big virtuoso, all on my own, while Leon leers at the girls he fancies in the crowd. Leon Cabrera, our lead singer. Pretty boy, full of attitude and spunk. Very rock and roll, good shoes that lead by example. You know the type. Oh, well, then again, looking at you, maybe you don't. Anyway, between you and me, his real name's Ken Lightfoot, but like he says, Leon Cabrera sounds cooler. And it's all about that in this business, and Leon Cabrera goes over better with the girls. Anyway, you should see Leon, with the girls after the gig. Man, he's like poetry or something. He could teach you like a thing or two, I can tell you. Well, I just couldn't get going on Saturday. I mean, I still can't, if I'm honest, if the truth be known. I just couldn't feel it. Normally it's here, and it's here, and it's here. But I don't know where it went, or how, or when it'll be back. Couldn't find it. No rhythm, man, just gone. And so I've got Andy Oldroyd, he's on bass, he's glaring round at me as though I'm there with my dick out or something. And then they all turn and stare at me. There's Leon and Stevie and Andy and Carl, who's only either on maracas or tambourines. Well, there's just something about him, you see, it's charisma or something. And besides, he's the one with all the drugs. And I've just froze in front of all these boys and girls, because I tried to get us going again, but well, the old sticks, they might as well have been rattlesnakes the way it came out. And they, the band, they take their leave from me. Now, normally, I am a regular fucking metronome, you understand, but not last Saturday, and not since. God knows how to be on Saturday coming. Yeah, Stevie did his bit, razzing out his guitar solo intro, but you would be surprised quite how much a band like ours relies on the drums. I mean, that's the thing about being a drummer, though, isn't it? Nobody knows you're there until you drop a bollock. We're like goalies in that way, I suppose. Now, I'm not complaining. I would be Ringo over Mick any day of the week. It's always been about the playing to me. The limelight, I can take it or leave it. But I still couldn't get with it. It turned ugly. The crowd, they paid their tenors a boot cut, that's our support act. They'd gotten well up for it. Well, if it hadn't been for the crew we brought with us, I'm not sure we'd have got out of there in a 5-piece. Yeah, did you get that? Yeah? Well, that's Carl's joke, anyway. Leon said we didn't think we'd get out in 1 piece, and so then Carl said, well, he didn't think we'd get out as a 5-piece. It's quite good, actually, when you think about it, isn't it? Moving on. Afterwards, it was Carl who was the most understanding. We were around Andy's grandma's, I mean, she's away on this cruise or something, with a few of the girls Leon had brought back in spite of everything. And Stevie popped up. They've been having a bit of a go. Look, let's just chill out, lads, yeah? Lads and lasses, I mean, relax. Nobody died, did they? Eh? And someone put a little roach in Knox, will ya? Don't worry about it tonight, Knoxy. It's gone. Put it behind you, you young hoodlum. That's your line. Well, I didn't tell the doctor about the drinking drugs. He'd have only said to cut them out. But, based on my past performances, it wasn't all that was the problem. I mean, some of my best drumming has been done while I was eating off my fucking tits. Good drink and a few joints to come after. So, no, it wasn't that. But when he'd given me the once-over, Dr. Spengler said I'd just have to ride it out. That he'd never had any experience of this kind of thing, and that it really wasn't that bad. I mean, at least from a medical perspective, was it? He said he'd had a similar problem last summer on the greens. Whatever that meant. Come on though, Doc. Who ever heard of a drummer with no rhythm? He made a little joke about arrhythmia or something. And then when he saw I wasn't happy, he said the best he could do was a 3-month course of antidepressants. And well, why not? I thought. They'll never last 3 months, like, but, you know, daughter perception and all that. The worst of it was how he sat there, Spengler, thoughtlessly tapping his foot in perfect time. The fucking ignoramus. And it's not just the drumming that's been affected either. There's Susie, for instance, my girlfriend. I know she's not happy now that I've lost my touch, but, well, I don't think you want me to go into all that, do you? Anyway, just this morning, I wanted to put a picture up. Susie got it me for my birthday. It's of Jimi Hendrix, framed and signed and setting his guitar alight. But, well, I couldn't get the nail in. I mean, first of all, I mashed my bastard thumb. I think because I was thinking too much about what I was doing, about getting the right sort of momentum going. So you can think about things like this too much and fuck it up, it'll damage your performance. I mean, look at my thumb, it's still throbbing, look at it. And then, I managed to make a big hole in the wall, plaster all over the gaff, and finally, just when I thought I had it, after I've made a couple of passes in the air, the head of the hammer comes off. I couldn't believe it. I was lucky it didn't break anything. I stared at it for a while, laying on the floor, and I gripped the handle tightly with both hands, as though I'm trying to wring it out, or give it a Chinese burn or something. And so I sat there. It occurred to me how similar we were, me and that broken hammer. How we were, you know, like, just taken for granted, really, you know, until we stopped working properly. Well, it's been 2 weeks now, and rehearsals have been a joke. I can't stop sweating and shaking. And then I heard Leon and Stevie talking about drafting somebody else in for Saturday. I don't think I'll find anyone like at such short notice, but, I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if they did, would it? Well, one thing's for sure anyway. Crowd that come in here on Saturday, they won't be as sympathetic or as understanding as you people. So thanks.